fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly June message for all of the Libras out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Libra out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Without further ado, Libra, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. All right, Libra, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Libra? Okay, Libra, we are at the Page of Cups. So I feel this is sort of saying, Libra, that I feel a lot of times you guys take things way too seriously, and Spirit is really wanting you to sort of dive right into your inner child. I feel that a lot of you are not really allowing yourselves to play. There is not a lot of curiosity and freedom and creativity when it comes to your inner child. And I feel that's what Spirit is really wanting you to really, that's currently where you are. And you know, some of you might actually have been feeling lately that you're wanting to dive into a little bit more creativity. Maybe some of you have really been wanting to sort of play around with some manifestations, or you're really wanting to sort of create something. And I feel like there's a lot of creative energy going around, and I feel like you guys are just not really allowing yourself the freedom to do that, because I feel like there's a lot of restriction going on, and I feel like you guys are very, like, you're judging yourself hardcore for, it's almost like I keep hearing, stop being so childish. Okay, this is where you currently are. Now, this is what I need to tell you, because what I'm hearing very loud and clear for you here, Libra, is that you're needing to allow yourself to embrace that. You're needing, you know, that childish instinct that is wanting to come out. It's expressing itself because it's going to help you create your vision or manifest what it is that you are desiring here. And this is the reason why it keeps coming up. But I feel like a lot of you just keep sort of stuffing it because you're wanting to look at it from a very serious perspective. And you're like, I need to get it in line so that I can really focus on XYZ. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So as I mentioned, you are at the Page of Cups. I want you to pay very close attention here to the top of the card here, where there is a pig with wings. You know that when we were kids, we believed anything, right? And there is that phrase that I will blank blank when pigs fly, right? It is often our imagination that helps us create things out of nothing. That is where magic and synchronicity resides. And I really feel that with this Page of Cups, what Spirit is really wanting you to do, because I feel like you're wanting to create something here, right? But I feel like you're really being hard on yourself here, Libra, and you're not surrendering to the process. You're trying really hard to control it. And it's more like you're getting in your own way. You're sabotaging yourself. It's almost like you're trying to tell yourself, I need to win at all costs. Like it has to be this way at no matter what. And so whenever that childish instinct comes up, or that inner child comes up and wants you to sort of play and express yourself and be curious and let yourself imagine and fantasize and use your imagination, and you're like, no, I don't have time for it. So this is where you currently are. Now, what is your theme? You have the Strength card here, Libra. Now, the Strength card is really about understanding, okay, that there are two sides to you. Okay, there is a soft and gentle side, but then there's also this inner beast that will come out and snarl when it doesn't get its way. It's that inner beast, that inner anger. And this is where we're needing to learn to control our emotions, okay? Now, what I keep hearing, and actually what I keep seeing in my mind's eye for you here, Libra, is that Spirit is saying you have tried so hard to tame this inner child, which is your inner beast, because it's chaotic, it's very erratic, right? It's eccentric, and you are trying so hard to tame that it's getting to the point where you're not going to be able to tame it much longer, right? Because it's wanting to be expressed, it's wanting to be seen, it's wanting to be heard, okay? Your theme this month is to embrace both aspects of yourself, both the part of yourself that is rigid and wants, you know, things that controlling, right? But then also that creative energy, that chaotic, eccentric inner child that wants to express itself by assisting you in whatever goals or tasks that you currently have. This is your theme. And I feel that everything that that sort of touches your life this month is going to reflect both of those visions for you. You're going to have, you know, where you're going to have to learn how to balance and understand here, Libra, that you have to allow your creative side to come out, and you also have to balance out the creative inner child with this adult that follows the rules and wants to get things accomplished, right? I feel like what it's really wanting you to do is to lighten up. I really feel that's what it's wanting. Now, what are you accomplishing? You have the Four of Swords here in reversed, and I feel that what you're actually accomplishing this month and why you're currently experiencing this, Libra, is because you're healing, right? I feel like there might have been a time in your life where you reflected on previous things and you sort of were a little hard on yourself, and you're like, why was I so rigid? Why couldn't I be a little bit more flexible? Why didn't I let myself have a little bit more fun or do things in a different way, right? That reflection of past experiences is now coming full circle, right? And you're needing to allow things to sort of transpire in a way that you could sit back and say, okay, where am I being a little too rigid? Where do I need to allow my creativity and my inner child to come out a little bit more so that I can find that inner balance and I'm not at war with myself or in my mind, right? The sword is often about our thoughts, right? And I feel that because, you know, you've been trying to hush that inner child so much, I feel like there's a lot of noise going on in your mind and you're not allowing it to express itself. So it's sort of like screaming louder and louder and louder because it wants you to hear it, right? It wants to be heard. So I feel that it's going to be important for you to take some time to sit aside and let that inner child speak. Let that inner child express itself, create itself in whatever way, whether it's painting, whether it's, you know, going out and doing paintball, whatever it is, let your inner child free, right? This is what you are accomplishing. Because I feel like this is what I feel you don't really understand here, Libra. When you can allow your inner child to come out and express itself through you, you not only heal old wounds, right? But you will also gain so much clarity and insight on your next step, or how you can improve something or make something better, or how, because you allow synchronicities to sort of occur. And I feel like you become more aware at that point. Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay. This is very interesting because you have the Ace of Cups is what you need to avoid. And the Ace of Cups is a very good, loving card. But I feel that what this is really saying for you here, Libra, is that this card, what you are particularly needing to avoid is shutting off this inner child that is trying so hard to express itself emotionally to you. You know, cups is really about our emotions. And when we have an ace of cups, it's really about the harmonizing of relationships that we have. This can also be a relationship that you have with your inner child, right? And so understanding that this is what you need to stop doing. You need to stop shutting up your inner child. Your inner child is wanting to express itself. You need to allow it to sort of express itself. Be open to how it wants to express itself. Allow it to express itself. Because I feel that you will not only learn to love yourself more wholly and completely, but you will also gain so much more clarity and insight, right? It's going to lead you to so much more abundance and love and harmony, okay? Now, what do you need to embrace? You have the Five of Swords as your embrace card. Now, the Five of Swords, what it's really saying is that no matter what transpires, right? We often want to win at all costs, right? And no matter what transpires, and if we lose, right, there will be people in our lives that will try to win at whatever cost. And even if this is you, Libra, and you are trying to win at all cost, what this is saying is that no matter what happens, win or lose, you are still gaining something out of that experience or that opportunity. You have to understand that every experience gives you something in return. It helps you build more, confidence. It helps you be more courageous. It helps you, become more in alignment with who you are on the inside, right? And so I feel this is what you're needing to embrace. I feel that when you can sort of let go of that control and allow your inner child to just sort of come out and play, even though in your mind here, Libra, you feel like the moment I let it loose, something's gonna go wrong. And here's the thing, the lesson in this is that if something goes wrong, there's still something that you're learning from that, right? You're gonna learn something even if something goes wrong. This is all about an experience. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's how you experience it and what you're experiencing. That is where you find growth and expansion. So this is what you're needing to embrace. Now, what is the obstacle? You have the Eight of Swords here in reverse. And I feel like this is you being really restrictive and really like bearing down the hatches and not wanting to let your inner child be heard or just roam free. And this is your obstacle, right? You're needing to recognize how you are sabotaging your own growth and your own expansion. I feel it's because in your mind, you see it very clearly in one specific way. And that really isn't how it's meant to be, right? Understanding that we can get to our destination through any avenue. We don't have to just go that one road that we know that's so familiar. Maybe by allowing your inner child to come out and play, Spirit is wanting you to experience a different road, right? Where you will get new scenery, newer experiences, newer contact with other individuals that you might actually learn something from. So what you are needing the obstacle here is you learning to get to stop being so restrictive, okay? Now, what is your support? The Ace of Swords. This is clarity, right? And this is truth and victory. Understand that this month, no matter what you experience, no matter what comes about, you're gonna see things so clearly. And you're gonna have so much knowledge and insight, and you're gonna see how you're gonna be grateful. I really feel that at the end of this month, you're going to be very grateful that you allowed yourself to sort of embrace that inner child that was really been calling your attention for so long to be sort of heard and expressed. So understand that your support is clarity. It's truth, right? you're going to see the truth of so many things. And you're going to recognize that, man, I should have done this sooner. Okay. Now, what is your action? You have the Five of Pentacles. Now, to me, the Five of Pentacles really signifies a test of resources, right? This is going to be a really test of your will. Because I feel that what is going to transpire is that, you know, you're going to be fighting with yourself on letting that inner child come out and play. You're going to be struggling with trying to find the balance between, you know, a very structured schedule and also allowing this inner child to be creative and roam free and express itself in various different ways. You know, when I often see the Five of Pentacles, especially in this card, when you look at the imagery, it's really about understanding that we are our own salvation. And the only person standing in the way of you seeking the clarity or getting this deep and clear understanding of what it is you're trying to manifest or bring forward is you here, Libra. You're the only one that is, you're not even aware. You're not even aware of all of the options. Look how she's just, her head is buried in her lap. She's not even aware that the key is right there. And she can use that key to open that door to her new adventure, to a new beginning, right? This is where you are going to have to become more self-aware of how you sabotage yourself or how you prevent your inner child from expressing itself. What is your advice and your encouragement? You have the Hanged Man. Now, this is about surrendering to the outcome and your expectations. It's really about seeing things from a different perspective. Remember what I said about the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords, right? I really feel this is really about you getting out of your head here, Libra, because I feel like you're in your head a lot. And you keep sort of locking down this inner child that just wants to sort of express itself in some form or fashion. The Hangman often speaks about seeing things from a different perspective and allowing their intuition to sort of just light the path, right? Light the way. I want you to understand here, Libra, that you are meant to experience things differently. And every experience helps us grow and expand more awareness and consciousness into who we are and this amazing life that we have. And I feel that with the Hangman, it's really about you experiencing something new in a different way than you have before. But you have to be willing to let go of control. So that is what this Hangman is. Now let's go ahead and draw an additional card to see what additional information Spirit has for you here. So what additional information and insight? Oh, I love it. Okay, this is a new deck. This is the Oracle of the Seven Energies from Colette Baron Reid, and we are going to read from the book. So you got number 47, which is Sacred Reverence. I absolutely love this card. So let's see what Sacred Reverence is. I sort of feel that in just looking at this card, it's sort of allowing yourself to be in awe of how you are going to experience spirit in all things. Understanding that your inner child is a part of you. It is a part of spirit, right? And I feel this is why Spirit is really wanting you to become very aware of how you are restricting yourself in so many different ways. So number 47, Sacred Reverence. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you just see a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you just see an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living, sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. Libra, this fits your reading this month so well. And I just want to point out that, with your inner child really wanting to be expressed and you really needing to sort of step out of the way and stop, hindering yourself from restricting that. I really feel that this sacred reverence is really about understanding that it is a part of you and you're needing to find that balance and that harmony within. So Libra, this is your monthly message this June. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.